This video is about the assembly of the Axon Micro P-51D Mustang, principally involving the installation of the receiver brick. In addition to the Mustang, I acquired a brand new Park Zone receiver brick, part number PKZ3351. It could also be obtained from a Vapor or an Ember used or other such plane. This will be powering and controlling my plane with servos here and here. With the receiver bound, my next step was to put a little bit of CA glue on the control rod connecting ends because it's metal and carbon fiber. I want to make sure they don't come loose, so a little CA to secure them. Next step is to prepare the motor connection so that it will bind or connect up with my receiver. I've already clipped and inserted one wire. I will do a second wire off of this piece from this roll of wire. With two raw wires in the connector, I will plug it into the receiver and join them together. The motor is now connected to the brick via the two wires. The next step is installing the horizontal stabilizer and elevator into the fuselage and connecting the control horn on the bottom with the control rod that will be inserted into the fuselage here. Nothing gets glued. We simply are installing it into the general position it will go in. The elevator and horizontal stabilizer in, the control rod is connected, none of it is glued. We're ready to install the receiver. This control rod is for the rudder, this one's for the elevator. With the receiver at 90 degrees from its ultimate position, I started the control rod into it. It'll be a simple matter of rotating it to get it to go around the Z-bend to have the rudder in place. It's the critical step in the assembly. With the receiver in an angle, both control rods on, you want to focus on having the rudder in a neutral position. Here where it's not quite neutral. When I have the camera down, I will have to get it in a neutral position, and then I will put some hot glue on this edge that is towards where the wing will be. When the glue for the receiver was dry, I made sure that the horizontal stabilizer was in the proper position and level and glued it in place as well. Next, I slid the wing in place, glued it in place, and then added the carbon fiber rod on each side to get the proper dihedral for the plane. You have to have dihedral for it to be able to turn on rudder elevator. The wing, the battery connector comes out this hole in the bottom, and the battery goes on the right bottom of the wing in the air intake for the radiator. You move it forward or back to get the proper balance on the CG. Last item on my plane was trimming off two of the propeller blades and adding the spinner. Depending on the brick receiver unit you either use the propeller as a 4-blade or in my case as a 2-blade because I used a Vapor receiver. Now the plane is ready to fly. That's the assembly process.